Welcome to the Marie-Louise Trichet Gallery at Wisdom House. Today we have the opportunity to introduce you to a new exhibit and a new artist. The artist is Erin Tapley. She is on the faculty of Western Carolina University, and she is an art instructor there, but she is also a native of Connecticut, and so we're happy to have her work on display. Her unique work of marbling, expressed in the wonderful scrolls that we have on exhibit, will be a wonderful an opportunity for those who come to visit the exhibit to experience something really very new. New in that it is the first time we're having this kind of a show here at Wisdom House, but also because many people have not possibly had the experience of this particular art form. The exhibit will go until October 1st of 2016, but you're welcome to come and see it during our regular hours, which during the week are Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we hope you'll come and see this exhibit, which is entitled Heal. Erin, in her work, is inspired by poetry, and so it is the poetry of this particular poem entitled Heal Thyself by Bonnie St. Andrews that really urged her on to produce the work that we have here.
Hi, my name is Erin Tapley, and I have an exhibit here at Wisdom House. I'm grateful to Wisdom House for hosting it, and my father for installing it, and my aunt for telling me about the opportunity. And I have an MFA in printmaking from the University of Alabama, so I consider marbling a form of printmaking. Marbling, sometimes called hydroprinting, is a technique where you thicken water so that pigment floats on top of it. It can be done with oil paint or acrylic. I typically use acrylic, and it allows you to use physics and chemistry in conjunction with mark making. So this has been done since probably the 7th century or even earlier. Turkey is well known for a very tight marbling form called Ebru. Turkey perfected the form, and they used it for books and for important documents, and such that they would learn certain formulas and personalize a piece of paper almost as a signature. But it became a decorative technique used in glass blowing and other mediums as well. It's just simply the viscosity of different colors differ from each other so that they don't mix without extreme stirring or pressure. So in this exhibition, I always try to be experimental, and typical marbling is done in a very patterned, grid-like way, but I have a huge tank and I play with all sorts of things. I do layering, I use some walnut dye over there, and what I loved about this space was that one could hang from the ceiling, so all these marbles are double-sided, right, and somewhat translucent, and so the hanging seemed to make them feel more buoyant. So a lot of my work is inspired by poetry and simple phrasing, often about nature and the phenomena of nature changing. My aunt, whose poems I've included in this exhibit, and her poem Heal Thyself inspired the exhibit's title. And so I'm dealing with formal elements, as most artists do: line, color, shape, texture. But when I go to the making of it, it's I have a color scheme in mind, I have a season, I have a feeling, and maybe even a sense of weather that I'm trying to evoke. Well, I'd like people to look at the pieces, obviously. There's a reason I didn't title them, because different people see different things in them, and that's what I really enjoy when I'm making them, because I don't know from the outset what they're going to look like at the end. It's very much process-oriented. When I was at the University of Alabama, and this would be 1993, I took a course in book arts, and one of the facets of bookmaking is making decorated papers, hence marbling. I love the process immediately. I took it up about 10 years later, so I've been doing it about 15 years, and gradually expanding it to include, stuff like natural dyes. This is walnut. I'd like to move away from acrylic and use more plant-based dyes, but that's going to take some more research.